From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, May 18th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Is there voter fraud in the city of Wilkes-Barre? Our Gary Perna has more.
Questions have been raised over voter fraud in the city of Wilkes-Barre when it comes to the race for magisterial district judge in the 11102 seat. A Wilkes-Barre resident told Bob Kadlubowski that their name was forged on a petition for Jarrett Kane, who was running for his father's seat, who was a magistrate in that district. Today, Kadlubowski and Frank Sorek held a press conference telling the media that they have brought this to the attention of District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis to have the FBI look into it.
File a complaint with her, and I am waiting also for Mike Butera from the Election Bureau to call me because they have the authority and the power to demand a criminal investigation.
Kadlubowski said he knows the election will not stop tomorrow, but it needs to be looked at.
I just hope she does the right thing and calls an outside agency in. There's no way to stop the election. That's not what this is about. This is about to get to the bottom of this crime.
Sorek said if anyone thinks they're a victim, to report this to the DA's office.
Who feels that their name was put on the petition, they didn't sign it, should file a private criminal complaint with the district attorney's office immediately.
Both Kadlubowski and Sorek say they just want the district attorney to look into this matter so it does not happen again. In Wilkes-Barre, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. A Freeland resident is getting the attention of neighbors, residents, police, code enforcement, and Mayor Ed Appelman. The homeowner of the home used black spray paint to get some attention. On the outside, the home, words like "robbed 6 times," "no help from mayor or police," and "no help" were spray painted. Tonight on Late Edition at 10 p.m., we'll hear from Mayor Ed Appelman, Police Chief Tony Harris, along with code enforcement on what they have to say about the home and what exact crime took place. 25-year-old Thomas Latier Jr. of Plains Township had his sentence upheld by a state appellate court. Latier has been charged with leaving the scene of a crash that killed a 5-year-old boy 4 days before Christmas in 2012. Latier appealed his sentence set by Luzerne County Judge Joseph Sklarowski Jr. in 2014. Latier pled guilty to accidents involving death for leaving the scene after he struck Kevin Miller on North Street in the city of Wilkes-Barre on December 21, 2012. Miller was holding his father's hand walking across the street after leaving a Christmas party when he was struck by a 1999 Pontiac Grand Am driven by Latier, according to court records. The state Superior Court dismissed Latier's appeal in a 13-page opinion issued on Friday, upholding the state prison sentence. Latier will continue to spend the next 2 to 5 years in state prison. On Saturday night, Hazleton police say 2 males and a female were seen removing several pieces of lawn equipment from the rear of a home in the area of Fulton Court and Noble Street. According to officers, the items were recovered from a pawn shop and received the names of the 2 men involved, 27-year-old Justin Rymiller of Sugarloaf and 19-year-old Ian Newman of Freeland. Newman fled the scene on foot and has not been located. The female, who has not been identified, has also not been located. Newman is currently wanted for failure to appear. Anyone with information on this incident is asked to call police immediately at 570-459-4940. The victim in this case has not been located. Charges will be filed once the victim's names and the completion of the investigation. 4 people were arrested on Thursday night in Mahanoy City stemming from a neighborhood dispute. Police were called to the area of 326 West Mahanoy Avenue around 8:45 p.m. 37-year-old Maria Merced Crescente, 19-year-old Quiana Crescente, 48-year-old Edwin Astor, and 29-year-old Jose Delmar Rivera were taken into custody. Police tried to handcuff Maria after an argument with another man. She pulled away from the officers and her daughter Quiana came up and struck a patrolman, Thomas Rentschler, in the head several times. More people began to surround the arresting officers and additional units had to be called. All 4 were arraigned by Magisterial District Judge David Platchko and were taken to the Schuylkill County Prison for lack of $25,000 straight cash bail. Two armed robberies in the city of Wilkes-Barre, and now police need your help in finding those involved. Both robberies happened within a few hours of each other. The first armed robbery happened in the 800 block of North Washington Street around 4:30 Saturday morning. According to the victim, the tall black male who was wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt came up behind him with a handgun and demanded his possessions. Police say the suspect then fled on foot. 1 hour later on Butler Street, a black male approached another victim while walking home. The suspect was wearing a light-colored shirt and came up to him with a handgun. Police have not said if these armed robberies were related. Anyone with information is asked to call police in Wilkes-Barre immediately. A machete was found inside the backpack of a juvenile who was allegedly riding a stolen BMX bike in Duryea on Friday. According to police, the juvenile was arrested around 8 p.m. after officers spotted him. Police called his mother, and the boy refused to cooperate with police and attempted to leave the police station. The boy bull rushed a police officer after he allegedly pulled away from another officer. Police Chief Nick Lohman attempted to detain him after the juvenile allegedly had an officer in a headlock and was punching him. The juvenile was stunned when he refused to cooperate. The machete was stolen from the garage, according to the defendant's mother. He was taken to a juvenile facility in Easton, and he's awaiting a hearing on charges of theft, resisting arrest, aggravated assault of a police officer, among similar charges. As we promised last week, we have exciting news here at WYLN. Viewers who use antennas to receive our signal will now get a much clearer picture. That's because earlier today, the switch was thrown on a brand new all-digital transmitter. WYLN is Hazleton's only local-based broadcast television station, and our new signal will mean improved reception over a wider area. For those with antennas, be sure to rescan your television to add channel 35.1 and stay tuned to WYLN for more exciting program offerings available now because of the new digital technology. Primary election day is tomorrow, May 19th, and once again, WYLN is taking the lead when it comes to bringing you all the information on election night. This year, host Don Pachentz will be joined by Tiffany Cloud, former Hazleton Mayor Mike Marsicano, and current Assistant Wilkes-Barre Solicitor Bill Vinsco Jr. Both Marsicano and Vinsco have been longtime fixtures in the area, and this year's discussion will sure to be a lively one. WYLN's Gary Perna, Kristen Bazinski, Eric DeBardinis, Gabriella Justin, and myself, along with the rest of the WYLN team, will be out in the field covering various races in our area. So make sure you tune in to WYLN on May 19th starting at 8 p.m. And remember, we're your local election station. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, some rain showers earlier today in our area. What can we expect weather-wise for the rest of the week?
Well, we still have some more rain and thunder showers heading in our direction. We had some of them earlier. We have some more that have formed as they continue to make their way toward the east. You got some more showers and thunderstorms even out toward the west. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, you can see some of those locally heavy downpours up through Tunkhannock, down through Dorrance, and boy, take a look at this line has formed between, say, Elysburg, Numidia, up through Mifflinville, Berwick, and just getting close to the Shikshini area. It's making its way toward the east. Some of those, again, there's no watches or warnings, but a lot of these do contain quite a bit of rain in a short amount of time period, some strong gusty winds, a little bit of some pea-sized hail, and of course you got those cloud-to-ground lightning bolts. So how much longer will this unstable weather last? I'll have the complete 7-day forecast, which calls for a cool down coming up a little bit later on.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on how a local police department is using new computerized equipment to issue citations to traffic violators. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be back with a full look at our forecast. More news is headed your way on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast, with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network. both lanes coming to you.
Fans here in Pocono are screaming. They're jumping up and down.
There it is, one baby. Yes! Yes! We did it!
The checkered flag.
Where's down, brother? Where's down?
I want to see some donuts right now.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
A new electronic device is making it a lot easier for police officers in Sugarloaf Township to issue traffic citations. WYLN spoke with an officer in the department about this new program. Back on April 7th, the Sugarloaf Township Police Department began using a computerized system for issuing traffic citations. The Township Police Department is the first in Luzerne County to have this new system. When WYLN spoke with Police Chief Josh Winters, he said the reason the department really wanted it was because of the amount of paperwork and time that it would save. A mounted laptop and scanner for the device has been put in 2 of the department's 4 cruisers. The computerized system is costing $1,200 a year. Patrolman Kyle Steinbacher said it's making their work easier when it comes to issuing tickets, especially since they can look up ticket information just as easily as filing citations.
It cuts down on our traffic stop time. We're no longer hand filling out citations. The traffic stop time cuts down from about 10 minutes to 6 minutes. We no longer have to file paperwork in our station. Everything is cloud-based and gets sent right to the magistrate as soon as we issue the traffic stop.
The safety of officers and the public is their #1 concern, and Officer Steinbacher said this device also incorporates safety.
It's less time-consuming. The risk for officer safety on the traffic stop itself is substantially lower. We take time from our traffic stops. We're spending less time on the road with people, keeping ourselves more safe.
Training for the device only took 1 day, and officers said it was easy to understand.
Very little time consuming. It's real simple. I mean, everything's self-explanatory, and just everything fills in itself. I wish other departments would be more involved with this, and it cuts down on time on traffic stops and improves officer safety.
Sugarloaf Township Police are just one of 15 municipal departments in Pennsylvania to acquire the electronic ticketing system. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be back with a full look at our forecast, plus a new business for the city of Hazelton, and WYLN was there for the big grand opening. Stay tuned, that and much more coming up here on WYLN.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
Penn State is right here in the Hazelton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here
or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazelton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazelton.
WYLN Weather is sponsored by Coordinated Health. Coordinated Health. We make you better together.
I grew up in Pittston. I know what it takes to live in a small town. I know a lot of these people, and they know me.
And that's why I believe everyone should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. And why I'm pleased to tell you about a new choice, Coordinated Health. I want the very best for my family, friends, and neighbors, and I know Coordinated Health
will bring a new level of patient care to the Wyoming Valley.
Well, the clouds continue to be on the increase here outside of our TV station in Hazleton. A couple of stray drops, if you will, coming from the sky. Some showers and thunderstorms out toward the west. It's actually cooling things down quite nicely now that the clouds are in place. Here's a look at the map for today, and we did have some rain around earlier. Then we saw some breaks in the rain. We had the sunshine, we had the humidity, and now we have to deal with some more showers and thunderstorms on radar, and some of these are packing a pretty good punch, producing some locally heavy downpours, some pea-sized hail, some real strong gusty winds, and cloud-to-ground lightning. In fact, Schuylkill County has those flood advisories now in effect, and that is the reason why this line really starting to form pretty nice just to the west of Chickashinny through Berwick. Now some locally heavy downpours at your location. Out through Mifflinville just got drenched with locally heavy downpours, now making its way toward the east, down through Numidian just toward the east of Elysburg. Again, all that activity making its way toward the east. We're in the 60s outside our station in Hazleton, 66 degrees to be exact, and we picked up 0.06 of an inch of precipitation since the midnight hour. Our Coordinated Health Almanac page for the day, 85. It's kind of weird because when you look at that high of 85, look at when it occurred. Early this morning, yeah, 9:09 in the morning. If you were out and you said, boy, it feels kind of sticky, humid, and hot. Well, it wasn't just you. That was true. 72 and 49 are the averages, so again, we are well above where we should be for this time of year. 73 Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 76 in Williamsport, 74 in Selinsgrove, and it's in the lower 80s in State College. Satellite and radar, you can see these pop-up showers and thunderstorms really playing a factor throughout the state of Pennsylvania. And in between, we get some breaks of sunshine mixed with some clouds, and of course this is going to be the weather maker as we head through this evening and even maybe to first part of tomorrow morning. Still be relatively mild, very warm for tomorrow, but then after that, notice how cool it's going to get. As that front passes, we'll be only in the 50s, maybe some upper 40s as we head into Wednesday morning. As this front comes through, and once it does, it's going to bring in some cooler, less humid conditions. And tell you what, like I said today, we were in between the air masses. We were dealing with very warm, sticky, and humid air toward the north of us. It was kind of cool. Toward the west of us, kind of cool. Well, we're going to be dealing with that cooler weather once that front passes by the middle part of this week. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Of course, tomorrow is Election Day. Exercise your right to vote. Now, there could be a couple of scattered showers or thunderstorm early on, but other than that, not looking too bad in the 70s. And then after that, we cool things down into the 60s. Our midday Pennsylvania lottery number drawings, a pick 2. How about that? 35. Good number. The pick 3, 632, and the pick 4, 9137. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
Can I use this in my kitchen?
What's your amperage? Get a multi-tester on your positive lead. If it's wired 3-phase sequential and grounded right, it might work. You'll need these for the install.
Shocked by customer service these days?
Amperage?
Service Electric Cablevision has the ultimate entertainment experience. Let our friendly team hook you up with a new whole home 6-tuner DVR. Record up to 6 shows at once, then access everything from any TV in your home. Service Electric Cablevision. It's all about you.
Wilkes-Barre on Tuesday, May 26th. Feel the thrill of WWE SmackDown as Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Dolph Ziggler team up to battle WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, and The Big Show in a 6-man tag team match. Plus, don't miss Sheamus live. It's WWE SmackDown, Tuesday, May 26th. Tickets are available.
When I took office, I promised to stop Hazleton's failed financial conditions, improve the police department, and revitalize the downtown. Within the police department, here are some of the things we accomplished. And after 3 years, Hazleton's budget was balanced. Hazleton Center City is becoming vibrant again. Please re-elect me, Joe Iannuzzi, so we can continue on this positive path for our great city, Hazleton.
A brand new business celebrated its grand opening this past weekend in Hazleton. Our Julie Stefanovic has the details.
A new business has set up shop in the city of Hazleton. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held on Saturday afternoon for Zaz Micro Mart on 15th Street. Owners Shannon Metzger and Michelle Bradley were joined by Hazleton Mayor Joe Iannuzzi and members of the Chamber of Commerce.
This is really an exciting day. Right along 15th Street, another busy thoroughfare here. Another new business, a convenience shop opening. Again, a partner business to American Vending. We're so happy for Shannon and Michelle. Again, progress for the Greater Hazleton area and yet a new member for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce.
Small businesses make up the backbone of the country's economic growth. Mayor Joe Iannuzzi knows this firsthand by being in business for most of his career.
Here at Hazleton, I'm always excited to have another business open up in Hazleton or surrounding because it means employment, it means activity, it means that they believe in what's going on in Hazleton, and that's one of the things I believe in because I was in business all my life, and I know the sacrifice and the hard work it takes to make this successful, and when somebody takes a chance like that, I'm behind them, and I want to thank them very much for what they're doing for Hazleton.
Zaz plans on offering unique items as well as food, snacks, and drinks.
We are a brand new convenience store located on 15th Street in Hazleton. We offer cheaper prices than most convenience stores as well as wholesale items. We have lotteries, cigarettes, Knoebels tickets. We are going to have May Last Farm Market stand here in the summer.
The owners decided to start the Micro Mart as a way of helping out their customers and the neighborhood.
We love our community and we have a great group of suppliers, so we would like to give back to our community by offering the lowest prices possible as well as doing some benefits to help our community such as the fire department, children, and many other members of the community.
The store is at 1235 West 15th Street in the former Ocean Seafood location, so be sure to stop by and support small business. In Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovic.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
Just in time for summer, Cloud9 Personal Training and Fitness in Drums is expanding. Big time. More space, more equipment, many personal trainers and fitness coaches. Plus, boot camp, youth strength and conditioning, yoga. And coming soon, CrossFit. Call now to learn more. 570-690-0859. Get off the couch and on Cloud9.
At Cuck's Turkey Farm, we are family owned and operated for over 45 years, and we consistently strive to produce premium poultry. We offer the finest all-natural country poultry, antibiotic-free, all-vegetarian fed with superior white meat yield and exceptional flavor. So we invite you to experience the unique natural taste of our poultry for your enjoyment and your health. Give us a call or stop in today.
Hazleton area baseball was expected to earn a #1 seed and a bye in the district playoffs. That's why they play the game. The Cougars in action in today's Quad A quarters as the 2 seed. Hazleton hosting Williamsport. In the first, David Klein at third, Robbie John at the plate. Make that Klein crossing the plate and John at first after the Millionaire's error. Joey Barron gets the nod on the mound and his stuff was on point early. Top 2 and Barron strikes out the side. Moments later, Kyle Rogers crushes a homer to deep center, nearly hits my windshield, and the Cougars currently up 2-0 in the 4th inning. We'll have more coverage of the District 2 playoffs tonight on Late Edition. New York Yankees second basemen are batting just .189 combined this year. A potential upgrade could come in the form of the International League's most recent batter of the week. That would be Scranton Wilkes-Barre's Rob Refsnyder. The 24-year-old rail rider picked up the honor today after hitting .400, including 6 extra base hits in his first 2 home runs of the year Sunday against Durham. for the season. The former 5th-round pick is batting .304 with 11 doubles, good for 2nd in the league. Tonight, the Rail Riders host the Charlotte Knights following a 4-game sweep of the Bulls. And mark this one down. All indications point towards Yankee star Masahiro Tanaka making a rehab start at PNC Field in Music on Thursday, but that is yet to be confirmed. Meanwhile, the Iron Pigs get the Chiefs on the road. In the pros, the Phillies travel west, aiming to make it 6 straight as they finally look like a major league team. Mets hosting the Cardinals, and the Yankees with a day off before starting a series in Washington tomorrow. Now a collection of the top highlights from the past 7 days in Plays of the Week. We start with Hazleton area's Emily Malone. After 3 straight years of finishing 2nd in the 100-meter dash, she captures gold at the districts with a time of 12.43 seconds and then the jump into her dad's arms. To Little League we go. Marcus Laputa powering up, and that is a goner for Schumann Disposal. The beast they call him, Laputa showing live. And a big week for Pottsville athletics, both softball and baseball capturing Schuylkill League championships, the team achievement getting them on this list. And the same deal for Wyoming Valley West. The underdogs no more after beating Hazleton twice this season, including a deciding matchup on Tuesday to clinch the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I title. And the Baby Pens just couldn't hang with Manchester in round 2 of the Calder Cup playoffs. Jordan Wheel, a pretty backhand on his way to a hat trick and a series win for the Monarchs. Game 2 of the NHL's Eastern Conference Finals tonight, with the New York Rangers holding a 1-0 series lead over the Lightning. And the Philadelphia Flyers hire Dave Haxtell as their new head coach. Haxtell has held the same position at North Dakota for the past 11 years. Those are your sports. Joe Garbacik is up next with the weather.
All Care Home Care. The health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Your vote counts, and we know it. WYLN will have the most complete election coverage in the area. Reporters in the field and continuous updates on all the races that affect you. Interviews with those who won and those who didn't. All anchored by the most experienced political commentators in the business. 2015 election night coverage, Tuesday, May 19th, starting at 8 p.m. WYLN, we're your local network.
Alrighty, we got those flood advisories in effect for Schuylkill County because of those showers and thunderstorms moving through, and they're packing a pretty good punch. Here's a look at our radar with the lightning strikes, and a lot of lightning with these cells coming through. Locally heavy downpours, some pea-sized hail, strong gusty winds, and of course the cloud-to-ground lightning. Here's a look at our Live 35 Skycast Doppler from Sweet Valley through Shikshini, just to the east of Berwick, getting closer to the Cunningham area, just to the east of Mifflinville. You can see Numidia and getting close to the Shenandoah area. That's a pretty good line. Some of it actually has broken up over the last couple of minutes or so, but other than that, it's a pretty good line, so don't be surprised if we don't get those locally heavy downpours. You see some thunder and lightning, maybe even a chance of some small hail. Again, any of those storms can produce some of those strong gusty winds and cloud-to-ground lightning. So keep an eye to the sky, and when it looks ominous gray and it starts thundering and lightning, take shelter. And then once they move through, the sun will come out, but there are some more storms and showers out toward the west. Eventually, we'll clear things out later tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard the rain this morning. I was in the newsroom, and it literally sounded like it was going to break through the window.
Yeah,
it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough earlier today.
Yeah, but we need the rain. It's been so dry, and we can take as much as we can get without having flooding.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of athletes were happy it didn't last too long, so they were able to play all their district playoff games today. You don't want those to be pushed back.
No, and I don't think it was too bad that it...
No, the fields are fine. They look fine.
Have a good night.